You sit down, ready to work. But before you know it, you're lost in a sea of thoughts, floating through task after task, never quite landing on any of them. The hours pass, but your progress stays still. Do you know this feeling? It's as if your mind is a runaway train, and you're not quite sure who's driving. What if I told you this isn't just about concentration? It's about a deeper, often hidden struggle within yourself. A battle between who you are and who you're pretending to be. And perhaps that's where Carl Jung could provide some insights. Jung believed that our minds are a maze of conflicts and shadows. Not everything we struggle with is on the surface. In fact, much of what distracts us comes from deep within. Think of your mind as a crowded room. There's noise, chatter, and chaos. Tasks scream for your attention while doubts and fears whisper in the corner. This isn't just about being busy, it's about being overwhelmed by the noise within. You've been trained to blame yourself for not focusing. You're lazy, they say. You're unmotivated. But this isn't about laziness. It's about an internal landscape filled with unresolved emotions and unmet needs. Jung would say that part of you is trying to escape. Escape from the persona you've created to fit in. Escape from the expectations that suffocate your true self. It's not a lack of willpower, it's a cry for authenticity. But what does authenticity have to do with focus? Everything. When your actions align with who you truly are, focus becomes natural, effortless. But when you're constantly fighting an internal battle, concentration slips away. Imagine a time when you were truly engrossed in something you loved. Time disappeared, and you were in flow. That wasn't just focus. That was you being in tune with yourself. When you aren't fighting against your own desires, focus comes easily. So, what is it that's pulling you away from tasks now? It might be your shadow, the part of you where your deepest fears and desires hide. According to Jung, when we don't acknowledge our shadow, it pulls the strings from behind the curtain. The digital age only amplifies this struggle. Endless notifications, constant comparisons, curated lives on social media. We drown in a sea of digital noise that mirrors our internal chaos. It's no wonder our minds wander. They're overstimulated and undernourished. But there's hope. Understanding the psychological reasons behind this struggle is the first step. Recognizing that your distractions are not just bad habits, but symptoms of deeper conflicts can change everything. Jung's insights teach us to find harmony within, to listen to the parts of ourselves we often ignore. The key to focus isn't in forcing yourself to pay attention, but in healing the rift within. Sometimes focus isn't about doing more, it's about doing less. Less running from your true self. Less pretending you're fine. Less ignoring the parts of you that feel lost and unheard. Ask yourself, what are you avoiding? What emotions are you running from every time you open a new tab, scroll another feed, or start a new task without finishing the last? Those distractions are signals, not enemies. This isn't just about finishing a task. It's about finally facing yourself. It's about being present enough to hear the whispers of your own heart. So, how do you start? Begin by spending a moment in silence each day. Let the chaos settle. Listen to what emerges from the quiet. It might be uncomfortable at first, but in that discomfort lies the path to clarity. Notice your patterns. When does distraction creep in? What are you doing? What are you avoiding? Write it down. Make it real. Transform those fleeting moments of awareness into concrete insights. Jung believed in the power of integrating all parts of ourselves, the good, the bad, and the hidden. As you acknowledge your full self, distractions lose their power. The need to escape fades when there's nothing left to run from. There will be days when focus seems impossible. days when your mind feels like a storm and you can't find shelter. But remember, this is a journey. Every step, every moment of self-awareness is progress. You are not failing because you can't focus. You are learning to navigate the storms within you. And with every step, you are reclaiming your power. Perhaps the most important lesson is this. Your struggle with focus is a call to return to yourself, to bring together the fragments of your identity into a coherent whole. Jung wrote that the path to individuation starts with embracing who you are, shadows and all. This journey isn't just about tasks, it's about knowing yourself so completely that the noise can't shake you. As you learn to focus not just on tasks, but on your own heart, you will find a stillness that eluded you before. It's not about silencing the world, but harmonizing your internal landscape. When you are in tune with yourself, distractions become less enticing. You will no longer need to escape because you have found your center, your purpose, your truth. And with that, focus becomes more than just a skill. It becomes an expression of your deepest self, an extension of your inner peace. Remember, the journey to focus is also a journey to find yourself. And in this world overflowing with noise, that might just be the most important journey of all. Thank you for staying until the end. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to our channel. Share in the comments. What is your biggest distraction and how do you intend to overcome it? Your insight might help someone else find focus.